Plus, a crush of ballots coming in, how Bay Area election workers are getting a head start on stacks and stacks of completed ballots. Good evening. I'm Alan Martin.
And I'm Elizabeth Cook. First at 5:30, election workers are not counting votes yet, but KPIX 5's Wilson Walker tells us they are doing the next best thing. Wilson?
Well, we are trying to demystify this election a little bit, given everything that is swirling around it. Now, last week we were here in Martinez looking at the votes coming into Contra Costa County, and we showed you that first little batch of early votes going through the very first part of the system. Well, today we're going to give you an update on essentially those same ballots that are now moving on to the next part of the system.
We're doing a soft start today on what we call the extraction process, which is removing the cards from the envelopes.
One by one, they are extracted by hand and inspected page by page. All of these ballots have already been verified, registered voters, correct signatures, etc. And as of this afternoon, they're getting prepared for the machines that will count them.
So as long as they're not ripped or stained, there's no tape to stop it from running through the machine, or it's not filled out in red, orange, or pink ink, it's good to go.
And these pages will actually start getting scanned by the ballot counting machines early next week. Now, that does not mean the county is counting up votes. There's another word for that.
Tabulation is when you add up everything that you scanned and produce a report. And that's at 8 p.m. on Tuesday.
13 days out, the ballots are now stacked to the ceiling here, and more continue to pour in.
Yeah, the election department was going to be really busy and stuff, so we decided to get our ballots in early to help the county out too.
It's been steady. Almost every day we're picking up the same amount of mail.
The result is a tremendous workload getting spread out over several weeks, and the possibility that the workload on election night might be historically small.
After today, we'll be over 35%, 36%. Over a third of our voters have already returned their ballot to us, and it's gone through at least the first step of processing.
Now, Wilson, they're seeing a 36% turnout there already. Do they think the pace is going to continue like that? Amazing. 2 weeks before the election?
Yeah, and so, all the things we want to know come election night. I'm dying to know how many voters in California have already voted before, we keep going back to what we see at 8 o'clock when the polls close. He thinks they're going to close in on 60-something% turnout before Election Day. He expects turnout to be, 75 up towards 80%. So you see the remainder, and you look at previous elections, you're effectively looking at an election kind of flipped backwards with, it's just sort of an unprecedented thing to see. And again, this is going to reveal itself perhaps quite dramatically on November 3rd.
That'll be exciting to watch. All right, Wilson, thank you.